Welcome. Yeah. Why does this labello look like it's lipstick? Anyways, yeah. Verse of the day or chapter of the day is Proverbs 6. Yeah, I believe it's Proverbs 6. If we've skipped a chapter, go back and read it. It's still on the story of wisdom. We all know that Proverbs is a book of wisdom, and here it's warning against folly. My son, if you have put up security for your neighbor, if you have shaken hands in pledge for a stranger, you have been trapped by what you said, and snared by the words of your mouth. So do this, my son, to free yourself. Since you have fallen into your neighbor's hands, go to the point of exhaustion and give your neighbor no rest. Allow no sleep for your eyes, no slumber for your eyelids. Free yourself from gazelle, from the hand of the hunter. For like a bird from the snare of the faller, go to the end, you sluggard. Consider its ways and be wise. This is a warning against laziness. A lot of us are entitled to izinto zikaNkulunkulu without wanting to put on the work. And Proverbs 6 for me is just, especially the first chapter, it even speaks of how ants are able to provide for themselves, are able to basically hustle for themselves. But Tina, we don't want to because we are so entitled to certain things. It has no commander, no overseer, no rule, yet it stores its provisions in summer and gathers its food in harvest. We are being compared to ants, or we are asked to look at ants and how they don't even need commanders, they don't even need people to go after them, but they take care of themselves. They take care of themselves. And then verse 8 rather, yet it stores its provision in summer and gathers its food at harvest. Verse 9, how long will you lie there, you sluggard, Mavila? When will you get up from your sleep? A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of hands to rest, and poverty will come on you like a thief, and scarcity like an armed man. See, the Bible is very clear. It's very clear on things of the world because and things that happen in this world, because there are a lot of people that assume that, as I said in my previous video, if you watch the video, the actual upload where I spoke about what to do in the season of waiting, don't be lazy. Don't fold your arms and say, I'm going to get this, because you're not. If you're folding your arms, if you're not doing anything to improve yourself, if you're not doing anything to go towards whatever you want, for Proverbs even says that poverty will come to you like a thief and scarcity like an armed man, a troublemaker and a villain who goes about with a corrupt mind, who winks maliciously with his eyes and signals with his feet and motions with his fingers, who plots evil with deceit in his heart. He always stirs up conflict. There is a disaster. Therefore, disaster will overtake him in the instant. He will suddenly be destroyed without remedy. There are 6 things that the Lord hates. 7 are distasteful to him. He hates howly eyes, a lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that devises wicked schemes, feet that are quick to rush into evil, a false witness who pours out lies, a person who stirs out conflict in the community. Be warned to not be one of those people. And then verse 20 says, my son, warning against adultery. My son, keep your father's commands and do not forsake your mother's teaching. Bind them like always in your neck, fasten them like around your neck. When you walk, they will guide you. When you sleep, they will watch over you. In verse 5 and 4 as well, he speaks about how you should keep this around your neck, on your lamp. He warns against adultery ties. Yes, in Proverbs 5, he does the same. For This command is lamp to this teaching of life. The correction and the instruction are that are the way of life, keeping you from neighbor's wife, from the smooth talk of wayward women. Do not lust in your heart after her beauty, or let her captivate you with her eyes. For a prostitute can be had for a loaf of bread, but another woman's wife preys on your very life. Can a woman scoop fire? Sorry, can a man scoop fire with his lap without his clothes being burned? Can a man walk in coals without his feet being scorched? So is he who sleeps with another man's wife. No one who touches her will go unpunished. People who do not despise this thief if he steals to satisfy his hunger when he is starving. Yet if he is caught, he must pay sevenfold, though it costs him all the wealth of his house. But a man who commits adultery has no sense. This is why we are being warned, not just twice. I think in Proverbs 5, 6, 7, Solomon still speaks about how you should be warned against adultery. It says that a man who commits adultery has no sense. Whoever does so destroys himself. This is the one sin that destroys ourselves. Blows and disgrace are his lot, and his shame will never be wiped away. For jealousy arouses a husband's fury, and will show no mercy when he takes revenge. He will not accept any competition. He will refuse bribe, however great it is. So our warning today is one, not to be lazy and continue to go after the things that we do. We can't be beaten by ants and live in poverty because we are lazy. Number two, be warned about adultery because it is the one sin that one sins against themselves. Anyways, love you lots. Don't forget to meditate on today's Proverbs, and we'll try to be here again tomorrow. And yeah, love you lots and have a good evening.